So now I am introducing Sarita, Ma Ananda Sarita, and her partner Miguel. And so they are two rivers that have met together, as of course every couple is. Sarita comes from a background of many, many years with Master Osho. So she was learning Tantra and meditation and other practices directly from Osho. And Miguel has been on his path. He's an amazing performer. So he's been practiced in the performing arts, as well as working in Indonesian government. So he's been traveling all over the world. He speaks so many languages. I can't even keep count. I think it's 6. And he's been practicing meditation and Buddhism. And these two unique rivers came along and met one day quite recently. And it was a meeting like pew, like sparks flying. I'll let them tell a bit more of their story, but literally like energy coming down from the heavens when they met, a very profound meeting. And so since then, they have become beloveds and are now sharing gifts together in the world. So let's invite Sarita and Miguel. Hello.
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 As I introduced already how you met, I wondered if you might want to share a little bit more about that experience of the energetic meeting that you two had.
Okay, you want to start?
You start.
Okay, I start. So I was on a journey, a personal journey, and I joined one of Sarita's workshop. And there was a night that was the party night. And that day, there was like, people dancing, etc. And I just invited Sarita for the last dance because it was quite late and I was about going to sleep. And obviously, I wasn't expecting what was going to happen at the moment. So we just danced together like normal. And suddenly there was like an energy overpowering me, let's say. And I don't remember. It went into a catharsis like for 40 minutes, but Sarita has the same experience. And some people around saw the light, a flashlight coming from above, and we were both like possessed, dancing together, uh, having a Kundalini awakening together for about, I asked the DJ after that for about like 30, 40 minutes. And it went on with dancing, memory for past life. Then after that, I was completely speechless. I didn't know what happened. So that's basically how we start this one journey together, right? You want to say something about this?
Tantric meeting, I think. And that was
I experienced this angelic presence that descended from above and entered us both simultaneously. And then we were in Satori for, as Miguel said, for about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
It was very, very profound. And after 40 minutes, I managed to pull myself together and realize, oh my God, this is not appropriate because I'm a teacher in this group. So then the next day we spoke about the experience and basically it was very obvious that we need to journey together. We need to travel the tantric path together. But I told him that Osho had given a guideline that if teacher and student are attracted to each other, they need to wait minimum 2 weeks before consummating. And in that time, let everything settle, don't engage. And then you see after 2 weeks, if there's still energy and both are still mutually attracted, that the teacher needs to say, now I'm no longer your teacher. I'm an ordinary human being. And then you can proceed. So we followed this protocol, even though it was very challenging because that
energy is so strong.
Meeting, it was literally like thunderbolt.
Yeah, it was actually because some people saw it, so we felt it. But I was completely gone. And when Sarita explained that she left after like 40 minutes, I was still in this level of energy. But then when I realized, it took me like 5 minutes that she was gone. You were going. I don't know. She went back to her bedroom. I felt suddenly that I was back, but then I could not manage this energy so that I fainted on the floor.
Wow.
So that the coach that was still there came to me, and apparently I was moving, and it was, and then I asked, please bring me, I have to hug a tree to ground myself because it was really very powerful. So that's basically how
That's a
we
great
met.
story.
And
when you met a few months later, was the energy still there? What was the energy like then?
yes, it's still here.
It's
It's still now.
still the same.
Still the same today.
Oh, that's
So
amazing.
basically, when we make love, it's a continuous satori experience.
Wow.
And of course, life is not just a fairy tale or something. So in daily life, there's the usual ups and downs. But we, of course, did our human design charts together. We did our Vedic astrology charts, and we're super well matched.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
great.
think it's obvious.
So for
Yeah,
anyone
it's
who doesn't understand, I just want to mention that the word satori is entering a state of enlightenment where the mind dissolves out of normal thinking and merges with the universal whole. So there's like this experience of merging with oneness, just in case anybody's not familiar with that term and they're wondering what was going on.
Yeah, that's
So you want to share
also
in the couples webinar, you want to share a meditation that's called the Tantric Blue Flame. Here, I've got the name here. The Tantric Blue Flame meditation. And this is going to be your sharing to other couples. So what is this meditation? Do you want to share? Maybe Sarita first, and then Miguel, you can share your experience with it because you've had different experiences, I've heard.
So the reason why we chose this blue flame meditation actually is because of an experience we had during lovemaking. And so I'll let Miguel share about his experience, but it was very, very profound, and it was completely aligned with this particular meditation. And this meditation is inspired by a sutra from the Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, and also from a discourse given by Osho where he talks about the phenomena of the blue flame. Yeah, when a couple is engaged in sexual union, in deep meditation, in very deep union, it's been noted many times that there is a blue auric field that surrounds the couple, which can actually fill the whole room, the whole space. So because we had this experience during our lovemaking, we really wanted to share this meditation, which offers couples the opportunity to access that space.
How beautiful.
Yes. So your question, when you ask if the energy is still there, actually, yes. And at the beginning of our relationship, we're in a lovemaking, and suddenly I realized that everything was around us was blue. So you have to know that at that time, I never heard about that meditation, or I had that level of auric field blue and the blue flame meditation. I didn't know about it. So for me, it was a surprise. It was something new that I never experienced in my life before. So we were in a very deep connection, and suddenly I say, my love, I don't know what's going on. And I was seeing her face blue. And then first she was smiling because she knew what it was about, but I didn't know. So then I asked her deeply, and then she said, without going into detail, she said, can you describe a bit more? So I start describing. I look around, I saw the ceiling. I remember very clearly it was blue. Some of the furniture were blue, the bed was blue. And then I took her hand, it was blue. And then I started looking at myself. I was like having a blue, I don't know how to explain. It was kind of a blue phenomenon of energy, like flowing over my skin. And it was blue, but it was warm and also very welcoming. And I wasn't feeling afraid. I was feeling like, oh, this is the connection. This is the cosmic connection. And so I started describing this experience because we were in a very deep connection together. And I felt like being suddenly connected to the one, to the oneness, to the cosmic to the cosmic field of love, like love with capital L, like love. And then I experienced this, and I remember your eyes were very blue, and but it's a very beautiful blue. It's not like the blue from the sky. It was a blue like the stone, the lapis lazuli, that kind of blue. That blue, very strong. And then after of course she explained me about this meditation and and then I read the quote of Osho about it, and that was making sense. Suddenly everything made sense. But at the moment it was coming from an experience. So that's why we wanted to share with the couples here this meditation, because it's very meaningful for us, and it happens. It really happens.
And that phenomena, the phenomena of the blue light is actually indicating the opening of the third eye center. It's indicating the clairvoyance awakening. And in the East, they call this particular color nilam. And nilam is this very special blue color that comes through the opening of the third eye. So it's something that does happen to couples engaged in deep tantric sexual union.
And for this meditation on the
it's
webinar,
the birthright of every.
So for the webinar, is there anything the couples need to do? Will they be making love during this, or they need to be on a yoga mat or on a bed, or how can they best set up for this meditation?
You want to say making love is better.
It's possible that if the couple feels ready to go into sexual union in 2 phases of the meditation, and we will indicate when this will be wonderful. Perfect. So you're welcome to do that in your intimacy. If you feel like you just want to practice with your clothes on, just to taste the meditation and go with the flow and get acquainted with it, then you can do that. And then at another time, maybe when you're just the 2 of you in your intimate space, you can again practice this meditation. And we are, of course, including music with this guidance, and we're explaining it very well. So we give a little discourse, then we give a step-by-step demo, and then we go into guiding the actual meditation.
Yeah, and one thing I would say is that trust the process, like go into it, dive into the divine, and let yourself be overwhelmed by this, because it's amazing. It's really amazing.
And there might be some couples watching this who are same gender couples, and you might be confused. Can we also practice it? Of course you can, because in creation there's a flow, natural flow of yin and yang in all of creation. So all you need to play with this is to decide who's going to take the more male role, who will take the more female role, and then you can play together and enjoy this meditation and the richness of the meditation.
Perfect. So this meditation is going to be on Friday night. So it's our first night on May the 22nd. And we'll be in the evening before dinner. So it's a perfect time. So thank you both so much. I can't wait. We will be joining in from here. And I'll see you then.
Okay. See you then.